your authority to do that based on a 1977 law. It's never been invoked before. Why didn't you invoke this law?
Well, we've been winning all along.
I just want to ask you, why didn't you invoke this law in your first term? You could have taken in billions upon billions of dollars in your first term, but you waited until your second term.
Yeah, because in my first term, I was fighting lunatics like you who were trying to do things incorrectly and inappropriately to a president that was duly elected. And we did do certain tariffs in the first term. If you look at China, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China. But when COVID came, the last thing I was going to do is tell France and Italy and Spain and a couple of other countries that we're going to hit you with tariffs. We had to fight the COVID situation when that came. My first term, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars worth of tariffs, but you people didn't cover it very well.
Meanwhile, if there's one country that's benefited from all this chaos, it's China.
All the details about these so-called agreements are hidden. Nobody knows about them. And in fact, often they get denounced by a so-called signer.
South Korea will pay a 15% tariff rate, including 15% on autos, while providing historic market access to American goods like autos and rice.
정치적인 표현이라고 저는 생각하고.
After we saw the EU and in Japan, we heard actually that South Korea, just to paraphrase, it might have been like, what about us? We're here. And then before we knew it, we hear from South Korea. Is that typical? Are there other countries that have seen what's happening that are saying, we don't want to be the last country to make a deal with President Trump?
South Korea was a special case because they had an election, a new government, so they were not in the position to fully negotiate. They presented a very good offer. President Trump moved the offer up a bit, and we reached a very good agreement.
And the centerpiece of this deal is that South Korea has agreed to invest $350 billion at the president's direction to revitalize American industry. 90% of those profits will go to the United States government to help pay down our debt and for other matters at the president's choosing.
정상적인 문명 국가에서는 이익을 90%가 미국이 가져가고 좀 이해하기 어렵잖아요. 재투자 개념일 것 같다. 우리는 그런 식으로 이해를 했는데 아주 명확하게 대답을 안 하고.
그러니까 쌀과 소고기는 결국에는 개방을 않기로 했지만 혹시 뭐 미국산 뭐 사과나 이런 거 같은 거에는 좀 검역 완화 조치 같은 게 좀 이뤄질 수 있을지도 궁금합니다.
거기까지 너무 너무 마이너한 사항일 텐데 아무것도 없다는 게 아니라 부담이 될 만한 우리나라에서 많이 논쟁이 됐던 사항도 없습니다.
So that sounds like a template. What will it do for us in terms of exports to South Korea?
Obviously, we'll be exporting a lot more energy to them, and then it will be better for our farmers, better for all of our exporters. As the South Koreans said, we like U.S. products.
이라는 것이 상당히 많이 이런.
I think I'm going to buy it.
25%에서 15% 낮춘 게 아니라 0%에서 15%로 높인 거라고 생각합니다.
농산물이나 소고기에 대해서는 방어를 잘했다고 생각하지만 3,500억 달러의 그 투자가 한국 경제 규모에 비하면은 좀 큰 편이 아닌가.
약간의 안심은 되지만 우리나라 조선업이 세계적으로 유명한데 그 기술이 미국으로 많이 유출되지 않을까 하는 우려가 되고.
There was a lot of pressure on South Korea to reach this deal before the deadline, especially when its export rivals had already done so. South Korea is America's 7th largest source of imports. It's also a key strategic ally. And analysts note how North Korea and the U.S. military presence in the Korean Peninsula did not appear to factor in the trade deal, but it will likely come up when these two leaders meet.
그리고 사실 내 말은 안 해서 그렇지. 가만히 있으니까 진짜 가만히 있는 가만인 줄 알고 말이에요. 말을 하면 악영향을 주니까 말을 안 한 거예요. 뭐라 그럴까 이게 참 이 나라의 국력을 키워야 되겠다.
今般の米国と韓国との合意を含め、関連の動向を引き続き高い関心を持って注視をしていくとともに、日米間の合意をはじめ関連の動向を踏まえた我が国への影響、これを引き続き十分に分析してまいります。
中方一贯主张各方通过平等对话协商解决经贸分歧。
Suprema Corte americana faz lá um processo contra um ex-presidente. Aí o Brasil fala, eu vou aumentar a tarifa dos produtos americanos que entrarem aqui porque eu não gostei.
No one knows what's coming when Donald Trump has no plan, no strategy, and he's not honest about what he presents.
Don't be fooled. The parade of handshakes, press releases is meant to distract from the very real possibility the Federal Court of Appeals will rule that the Trump administration does not, never had, the legal authority to unilaterally raise taxes on imports without coming to Congress first. Why should we stand back and let the President of the United States raise taxes on Americans with these tariffs?